You guys are watching with us the destruction of stats through Dark. Dark is having his way with him right now. It's 2-0. And so far, we haven't seen Stats have an answer just yet. We are going into Arena now. See what he can do.
Yeah, I mean, 2 aggressive builds back-to-back. And Stats is looking pretty weak, man. He's looking very fragile. And the exact thing I hypothesized might become true came true in Game 2. You're already feeling a little bit tilted after losing to an all-in. You lose to another all-in. And how can your mindset recover? You have to win 3 games in a row in a matchup where your opponent is favored in mostly by playing long games and like lurker pressure. But he's killing you with roaches and lings alone. I mean, that's not a good sign. That means if you defend his early game, he's probably better than you in the late game based on his results. And he keeps killing you in the early game. It's like, it feels like there's no way you can win if you're in this situation as a pro gamer.
Yeah, I mean, definitely feels that way. We'll have to see what Stats does have in store for us here. The map is going to be Arena. It's a very close map for ground rush distances, so maybe Stats wants to put on the pressure this time. And he's going to have to change it up a little bit either way. Otherwise, Dark might run away with a 3-0. Let's jump into game number 3 right now. Here we are on Arena for game number 3 of this PVZ. Up in the top left of the map, it is Dark.
Full first into gas too. On one base, his opponent in blue is Stats. Looking for his first grand finals in Starcraft 2. Also in Starcraft history, he was never a finalist in Brood War either.
Looks a bit pissed, man. Even the Korean commentator was like, whoa. I've never seen Stats look like that, and I know he's leveled up a bit ever since he lost the glasses in terms of his confidence, but now beginning to show a bit more of his emotions. Looks like he is going to go into a Nexus after gate. Uh-oh.
I was expecting him to go 2-gate pressure. I mean, obviously this will still... this is still a standard and good build. Well, I just prefer seeing him change it up. Stats goes upward. Hopefully he's not like blasting off again like Team Rocket, because that's how it's feeling at this point.
Well, if he gets out of here 3-0, maybe we could say something like that. But for now, Dark is getting a ton of gas. And this has been scouted by Stats. He's going to go in again and try to scout. And he is going to notice that there is no link speed on the way. And he's going to say, what are you doing with all this gas exactly?
Yeah.
Because you haven't used any of it yet. This looks very strange. Dark is going to fake the link speed as the probe comes in here. I'm not sure if he's going to commit to it, though.
Looks like he will, actually. Overlord speed as well. Looks like we might see an evolution chamber come down in just a minute. There it is. So he's going to go for an Overlord drop. Interesting.
And the Rotoran on the way again.
Yep, so he's going to do another all-in, basically, but this time with link speed and a drop.
Maybe he could just drop into the main while he attacks the front. This could get really interesting. And Stats definitely does need another scout. How many drones is Dark going to make here? He has stopped at 19 for now.
I think he might actually just be done with drones entirely. Now, with Overlord speed, you can get across the map really fast. And I don't think Stats is ever going to imagine that a drop is coming his way. He is going Stargate. Let's see if that timing lines up for him. I don't think it will. We might even see Roach drops here. I mean, he could actually drop Roaches and then attack the front with Lings. He's got a lot of options here.
Well, it looks like he's going to go for the Roach drop first. We got 2 Overlord Cocoons on the way here. Going for the drop, of course, 4 into each Overlord. Is going to bring 2 Queens at the same time, and oh man, he's following this up with just drones. So he's saying, okay, I'm going to put on a ton of pressure in your main. You shouldn't have much at all. And he doesn't have much at all. And I don't know how Stats is going to respond to this.
This is a rushed Overlord speed drop how many pylons is that, Valdez? Oh, it's 1 pylon. I'll answer for you. Trick question. Like, he might actually be dead if he just targets on that pylon again. He's got 1 Stalker and 2 Adepts here. Probe's on the retreat, and he's going to go for that pylon. Here's a second drop full of Roaches and Queens.
Ooh, he's just going to force the overcharge for now. Stats very smartly makes another pylon.
Oh,
very
Ravager.
important.
Ravager on the way here, too. He targets down the Queen that has more energy. And this is not looking as promising as it once did when he first started. The Oracle is out now as well. He did actually kill 9 probes and traded with these units using some slick micro here with the Queen.
He's actually doing some sick micro there. And the Oracle is going to run out of energy. Just as 1 Overlord is left.
1 Ravager inside. Spore's coming up at home to help, you know, keep his mineral line safe from the Oracle counterattack. He's remaking those Queens. I'm just going to try to harass again a little bit more with this Ravager.
Wow, he's actually not going to do a bad job here. He's doing a bunch of damage. Another Corrosive Bile comes down, forces another pull. He's
affecting the mining time, you know. Spore's in good position. Queens are about to pop out. He's making a Void Ray to end this once and for all. But it couldn't come any faster. More drones being made. He's adding a 3rd base and a lair. And I have to give Dark a slight edge in this current game, but I feel like this is the... It's funny, it's crazy to say this, but I think this is the most comfortable game Stats has had so far in the series.
He's finally held off an all-in a sense. I don't think that was an all-in from Dark. Definitely just a very strange technical pressure on this very map, because it's really only going to work if you're this close by air. And Dark has committed to a lot of different techs. You know, he did go for double drop Overlord as well as the Overlord speed. The Overlord speed definitely going to come into effect a little bit later on here, just in terms of scouting, but...
Yeah, and this little attack here might really do a number on Dark. He has very few units out. He saw it very late. The creep was also denied, so he's seeing it at literally the last possible moment. Making an extractor here, I don't know if that's going to save him. Stats is being very timid because he doesn't know if a bunch of Lings are about to come down and surround him. But if he actually attacked and committed there, I think he could have done a lot of damage. He also has a recall, I believe, with this army, so I think he could have really been a little bit more aggressive there.
Looks like Stat's going to drop another Stargate here. I'm going to go double Stargate Phoenix and try to use that on an attack. I don't see a 3rd base yet for Stats. He stopped at 40 probes. He's making 2 at a time, though, so he may expand here at the same time as pressuring. Is definitely going to commit to a lot of air units here, as +1 to air attack does come in the way.
Looks like our Ravager buddy from earlier got killed. I'm not sure where he ended up. Looking for him. Bad story. But look at this. Range. Oh, wow. +1 for air. Yeah. He's really going to commit to this pretty hard.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting timing because, as we said before, the rush distance by ground is very close, as it is by air. But he's just going to have like a nice little ragtag group of units with some interesting upgrades thrown in and try to just pressure Dark here.
Funny, they both have exactly 1,000 resources lost in this game, so it doesn't always mean that both players are on the same place in the game, but they killed the exact amount of stuff until this moment. Now, with Hydra range +1 coming out here as well, I feel like Dark should be in a good place to defend this. Good Phoenix control picks off 2 more drones, killing that Hydra as well, so small wins, but they're adding up.
I think as long as he gets enough Hydras out here, he should be fine. He's actually making a huge swell of drones. He has no vision of the middle of the map, but he feels very safe. That's what that says to me. He's right now on 1 Hydra. He's making 1 more Hydra. He doesn't have the biggest army in the world, but because Stats is not pressuring, he's like, oh, okay, I guess he's just not going to pressure. I can get a huge economy up here. And Stats, I don't know.
Yeah, he's playing so timid, you know? Like,
yeah.
I feel like this has been a trend in Korean PvZs. I know that most do feel this way because I've watched a lot of interviews and I watch like every Starcraft in Korea, but I feel like a lot of pro feel just really like Zerg is so strong they don't know what to do, and sometimes they're like, oh, I can't attack here. What if he just has everything and kills me? You know, he's scouting consistently, but he's not committing to any attacks. This is giving Dark the time to get his worker count up to an insane amount, 63 versus 45. He's getting lurkers out, and I haven't watched a Korean ZVP since like the beginning of this tournament where someone's made lurkers and lost. So
yeah, you might be right, actually.
Like, I think Armani think was like the only player to ever make lurkers and lose in this tournament. The very beginning of it.
Yeah. Well, now that lurkers are close to being on the map, we got the lurker den about halfway done here. I'm not sure that Stats is going to have a fun time of attacking here. He keeps on tagging the army, and even after seeing this army with no lurkers in it just yet, he's still not confident to attack.
Yeah, well, I mean, Darkus is getting further ahead, and he's starting to get brave. He's going to take a 4th base. He's spreading his creep down in 2 directions now. More and more Phoenixes coming out, but they're not that strong versus this many Hydras. You know,
yeah.
if I'm Dark, I'm like, well, I'm fine actually versus this comp. I mean, are you just going to spam G like fast enough to actually lift every single Hydra?
Stats is not making any more probes to note. There's nothing at that 3rd base, so he's going all in here. He's going to try to kill Dark with this one attack.
Oh man, look at this. So many Hydras and an arc in the back. This Protoss army is going to melt. And this looks like one of the silliest games I have ever commentated. Now, all these Hydras that got lifted, many of them will die, but the majority of them will just fall back down and push this army back. Easy peasy. This attack was ill-fated and very sloppy.
Yeah, Dark now dancing his units, telling Stats to get out of the game. GG! Dark is going to go home with a 3-0 victory tonight, and she'll be very happy with the way he has handled Stats.
Nothing about what Stats just did made any sense. Like, none of it. I mean, Stats has played StarCraft 2 for long enough to know that that many Phoenixes doesn't beat that many Hydras. Even if you have to even them out, you can't just lift them all up and win that fight. That's just not how StarCraft 2 works. Phoenixes that lift are not firing, and the Hydras fire at such a quick attack speed that you'll actually kill most of them as Phoenixes, and the rest of the Hydras fall back down, and they snowball the control. He was down massively in army supply.
2016 시즌 1 승자조 4강
yeah,
두
let's hear
번째
what Dark
경기에서
has
승리한
to say.
박명호 선수 만나보겠습니다. 축하드립니다.
감사합니다.
So
오늘
congratulations, thank
승리뿐
you.
아니라 퍼펙트 스코어 계속해서 이어가고 계세요. 승리 소감 어떠신가요?
So you're on a winning streak.
사실 오늘은
Perfect
좀
score. How do you
불안하게
feel?
왔는데 이렇게 준비한 대로 다 잘 풀려서 정말 기분이 좋아요.
I was kind
프로토스전
of worried
정말
going into
잘해요.
the studio, but
비결이 뭔가요?
everything came and went as well as I
그냥 토스전
expected, as well as I
말고
practiced.
그냥 스타트 자체를 잘하는 것 같아요.
아, 제가 너무 과소평가했네요. 죄송합니다. KT 프로토스는 사실 정말
Are you good at
단단하기로
playing
유명해요.
against Protoss? Like you seem
네.
really strong in the
근데 사실
PvP
최근에
matchup. No, I'm just
프로리그에서
good at
주성욱
SC2
선수에게
in
또 박명호
general.
선수가 패배하면서 주성욱 선수만큼은 아직까지 단단한 프로토스 유지하나 이랬는데 혹시 그 주성욱 선수와의 경기 패배 이후에 프로토스전을 좀 더 보완한 부분이 있나요?
사실 그 경기를 하면서 되게 토스 선수들이 저를 만나면 약간 배제하면서 경기를 하시더라고요. 그래서 이번 경기는 약간 찌르는 식으로 했는데 잘 풀린 것 같아요.
너무 박명호 선수를 띄엄띄엄 봤군요. 다른 프로토스 선수들이. 그러면 프로토스전을 상대로 이런 찌르기. 근데 사실 김도훈 선수랑 경기를 할 때는 운영을 위주로 또 해서 이기셨잖아요. 이게 상대에 따라서 좀 맞춤 전략을 짜오시는 건가요?
사실 그건 도호 형은 같은 팀이잖아요. 그래서 제 평소 스타일을 잘 알다 보니까 당연히 의식할 거라 생각했고 김대엽 선수를 저는 잘 모르기 때문에 이렇게 준비해왔어요.
네, 진짜 3대 0의 긴장감이 안 느껴지는 경기를 너무 쉽게 이겼어요. 진짜 그만큼 승자 4강에서 만났지만 박용호가 훨씬 잘하기 때문에 나온 결과라고 생각을 하고요. 네, 할 말이 없습니다. 그냥 너무 저는 세 번째 경기에서 요한 끊기고 그 드랍이 막혔을 때 이번 경기는 김대엽이 잡겠지라고 생각을 했거든요. 근데 그때 막히고 나서 무슨 생각을 했나요?
원래 그 빌드가 되게 좋아서 연습할 때 정말 한 번도 안 막혔거든요.
네.
제가 실수를 해서
After he
막히고
defended
좀
Dark's
짜증이
drop, he thought Stats was
났었는데
going to win.
김대엽 선수가 좀 움직임이 뭔가 올 것 같이 계속 행동을 하셔서 저는 그냥 가만히 있으면 이기겠다 해서 가만히
After the
막고만
drop on his
있었더니
main, I kind of
그때
messed
제가
up with the drop.
그
The drop was
경기가
supposed to
끝날 줄
work.
알았어요.
So
드랍
he was a bit
떨어졌을
mad about
때
that.
워낙 병력이 구성이 좋아서 와 여기서 박영호가 3대 0 전승 간다고 했는데 갑자기 병력이 죽어버리길래
He had a
여왕이
good
갑자기.
comp, but
그래서
the drop's
뭐지?
execution wasn't
내가
that
잘못 보고 있는
good.
건가? 이런 생각이 좀 들더라고요.
네.
그래서 그만큼이나 뭐 후반 디신도 탄탄하고
He messed up with his micro, but
지금까지는
he just got killed.
토스전만 했잖아요.
Can I just walk
근데 앞으로
talking
이제
like faster than
강민수
anyone I've ever seen,
저저전이
even faster than I talk
처음으로
right now.
스타리그에서 저저전을 치르게 됐어요.
이기면 야외 결승 확정입니다.
네, 사실 오늘
So now you're
민수가
playing as ZVZ
제가 하기 전에
in the
경기를
winners
했잖아요.
finals
근데
versus
경기를
Solar.
보고 있는데 되게 좀 잘하더라고요. 그래서 좀 준비를 잘 해서
I saw
야외
Solar's
결승
games tonight.
좀
He
가야
played
될
very
것 같아요.
well.
우승 욕심 좀 나지 않나요 이제? 뭔가 그 어윤수 선수의 후계자 이런 그 딱지를 뗄 수 있는 절호의 찬스가 오고 있어요. 저저전이면 모르잖아요. 거기다가 강민수가 저그 대 저그만 하고 올라왔는데
Something about an outdoor venue at grand finals.
If he wins, he gets to play in an outdoor venue.
당연히 그것도 유리한 점이 있고 민수가 좀 잘하는 것 같은데 제가 더 잘하기 때문에 자신이 있어요.
이제 결승도 결승이지만 본인만의 지금 기록을 계속해서 갱신해 나가는
So
중이에요.
Solar is a really good Zerg player, but I feel really confident
신기하기만 한 단어인데
against him.
계속 이어가고 싶을 것 같아요. 앞으로 각오한 말씀 부탁드립니다.
사실 오늘도 이렇게 3대 0으로 이기면서 제가 전승 중인데
I didn't actually expect to win 3-0 today, but I
이
did.
기록을 우승할 때까지
So
가져가고
I've won
싶어요.
every single
더
game
열심히 해서
in Star League. I want to continue this winning streak.
더 잘 준비해서
And I'm going to
이기도록
do my
하겠습니다.
best to prepare
네,
well
오늘의 두
versus
번째
Solar
승자조
and
결승
defeat
진출자
him in the
박명호
winner's
선수에게 큰
match.
박수 부탁드립니다.
So asking the crowd for one more cheer of support as I try to ready my mic. I think it's...
Looks like it's all good, Wolf. But interesting words from Dark. He thinks he's the best player in the world right now. And the way he's playing, I'd love to see him play against some of these other races, like the very best of the other races, like play against TY, play against Alive, play against some Protoss that actually knows how to deal with your play style.
Like Zest again.
Yeah, maybe against Zest, you know. And maybe then we can come to a conclusion whether or not you're the best Dark. I know you're very confident right now. And it does seem like we're living in the dark ages, but this guy is doing... He's a really good player, that's for sure. And this winner's decider match is going to be huge between him and Solar.
But we're not there yet. With Stats and Ragnarok falling down, Ragnarok will play against the winner of Classic and Patience, and I guess Alive and Beyond, the winner of that, will face off against Ragnarok.
Yeah.
So
it's going to be a TVC and a PVT.
Yeah,
for the next round.
I believe I got those matchups correct. But anyways, this will be next Thursday at 6 p.m. It's going to be a best of 5. I will not be here because I will be on my way to IEM Katowice. But
so maybe I'll be casting here with the base taste, or maybe I'll be with the GTR.
That's right.
Another shot over here.
Should be a lot of fun just the same, and if I weren't on an airplane at the exact same time, I would definitely watch it live. I'll catch those VODs as
You gotta get that passion
possible.
Wi-Fi, man. Try to watch Twitch on low. Maybe you could make it work.
I hope so, man. That would be sick.
Yeah. Either way, it was a fun day of matches, Wolf. That last one was really quick.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it to be like that. I expected the first one to be kind of a quicker one, with Solar the favorite, and then this one to be closer, but Dark kind of taking that away from us.
Yeah, making it pretty one-sided, pretty easy night of casting at the very least. I mean, it was super short.
Yeah, guys, guy to look out for sure. But that's going to do it for us today, guys. Thanks once again for watching. We love you. We'll see you next time. Good night.
Now all that's left is our empathy. But this is just a life I ordered. One step back and 2 steps forward. Sometimes I can't help but say we're making history. Our history. You pulled me in like a tidal wave and let ourselves just float away with no direction or a way to rewind. Yeah, you pulled me in like a tidal wave.
마지막 테란, 최후의 테란은 제가 되겠습니다. 제가 이길 것 같습니다.
기대해 주셔도 좋을 것 같아요.